Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be discussing the movie Wayward, Wayward, not to be confused with the series called Wayward. All right, so this is a BET Plus movie. Now, if you've been keeping up, BET Plus got bought by Paramount Plus. I don't know the details, but BET Plus does not exist anymore. So any content, like if you're looking for Divorced Sisters, All the Queen's Men, anything like that, you have to go over to Paramount Plus to get it. Now, this particular movie, even though it's a BT Plus movie, is on Tubi. So I wanted to check it out. I was up late last night and I said, I want to watch something, but I need to see something that's like under an hour and 30 minutes because I knew I was going to bed soon. And this came up in the recommendations. So um, we got two young people who meet up. They're on a road trip to Portland, and on the way there, they're being like stalked by this crazy guy, right? In the meantime, there's a serial killer on the loose. Okay. So the guy character, I think his name is Micah, if I'm not mistaken. He is the guy that plays him. He is known mostly for his role on The Chi playing Reg. Now, believe it or not, I have never seen The Chi, and The Chi is on Paramount Plus, and I just unsubscribed from Paramount Plus because the only reason why I got it was because I was trying to watch Divorced Sisters, because it's like, look, I'm not trying to have all this shit come out of my account every month. But this guy, he's a pretty good actor. The first time I saw him was in this movie called I have a review of it. It's a funny title. It's like everything is something like everything is everything and not some shit. Anyway, I loved his role. I could tell he was a good actor in that. That was my first time seeing him, even though at that time he had been playing this character on The Chi. So now I'm like, should I get Paramount Plus again to watch The Chi? Because, you know, I like his acting. But anyway, you know what? He had me dying in this. Okay, so starts off like this. He's in a diner or a bar or whatever. This girl comes in and, she's sitting looking at the menu. So this other woman, she's trying to shoot her shot at him. He ain't paying her no mind. I was like, girl, can't you tell this man is not interested in you? I think it was the hair. Her hair was throwing me. I don't know what it was. I don't know if that was a wig or what. But she was trying to be all suggestive. Like the bartender gave him some drink, and he was like, "No, I didn't order this." And she was like saying something like, "Oh, you've never tasted it." It was the way she said it that made it sound suggestive. But anyway, she wrote down her number. He crumpled it up and threw it away. Who's still writing down numbers in this day and age, though? People usually just like pull your phone out. Let me put my number in your phone and all this. So long story short, he meets the girl that comes in, and this part threw me because she was like, yeah, I'm on my way to Portland for this music festival. And she invites him along, and he like just hops in her little Scooby-Doo van. And I'm like, I had questions at this point because I'm like, well, where's his car at? Like, you just gonna leave your car at the bar and get with this chick that you don't know and travel to Portland? And I'm looking at her like, you just going to invite dude that you don't know to ride with you? Like, but of course it comes together at the end, right? So she has her whole little thing, her whole van, like she has it rigged out. Like she's personalized it. She calls it Emily. She had me like when they were getting chased by that man, and she was like, come on, hold on, Emily. I'm like, girl. I want to say something though, and I'm going to get back to this movie. I'm going to stray off topic just for a second. The guy that plays in this movie, the one that was with the girl, and they're going on this little road trip, he has some serious, serious sex appeal. And I think I've said this before when I was doing a video on Chloe Bailey, because I was trying to get people up off of her because they were like, she's doing too much, she's doing too much. And I was explaining that the reason why she probably looks like she's doing too much is because being a sexy sex kitten is not her thing. And that's what I mean by, like, this guy, you may not see him be up there with like Idris Elba or whatever as far as sex symbols, but he has that sex appeal. It's like pouring off of him. But anyway, and like I said, he's a good actor, because when they're being chased by that man, it was just the way he was cussing. He was like, man, what the fuck? Because when she was in the van, she was started listening to, before they started getting chased, she was listening to this true crime podcast, and he was just like disgusted as hell. And a part of me in the back of my mind was like, I bet you he's the serial killer. Like, because when that guy was just chasing them down, and then she kept telling him, no, he can't be the maniac. What's the name of the dude? The mechanic killer, because that's not his MO. I'm like, man, I bet you the killer's with her ass. But yeah, when he was in that car, like, man, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. He had me fucking rolling. I was like, yo, we might have to renew this subscription to Paramount Plus so we can see how his role is on the shot. Because he played a pretty good villain in that movie. Matter of fact, I'm going to look it up right now. Y'all know I don't really edit my videos. So yeah, you're going to hear the taps. You're going to hear all that. I think it's called Everything Everywhere at Once. No, that's another movie. Damn. Matter of fact, let me just put his name. I'm going to just put his name in here. And then it's going to come up. His little wiki page. Because I want y'all to check that movie out. That movie was pretty good. That movie was written by, not Wayward, the one we're discussing right now, but the one where he played another villain in it. That movie was written by this guy who, him and his wife, they write books. They write some of the best hood novels I've ever read. The Cartel, if you're familiar with the Cartel series, the Prada Plan series, which are novels, like I said. But anyway, what's that movie he was in? It's pretty good. Damn, they ain't got it on here. Are you serious? Everything is Both. Okay, I knew it had something to do with everything. Okay, so the movie that I first saw him in is called Everything is Both. And he was good in that. So another heavy hitter in this movie, your boy Darius McQuarrie, aka Eddie Winslow. I know actors and actresses don't really care for you to call them by a character they've played versus their real name, but I feel like that's a compliment. Like, you played that role so well, I gotta call you Eddie Winslow. So Eddie Winslow, Darius McQuarrie, he is the one, stalking them. He's following them around in his Jeep. So they get in the woods, and he tells the girl, he's like, look, I don't want you, I want him. And he was like, he the one killed my son. And I was like, see, I knew he was a serial killer. This part tripped me out though, right? Micah, he was like, man, I ain't never seen your old ass before. I'm like, why Eddie gotta be old, man? And then I looked it up, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Darius McQuarrie is 19 years older than Um, this guy, his real name is Barton Fitzpatrick. I said, well, he is 19 years older than him, but I took a little offense because I'm like, wait a minute. But you know what? I think my age is like in between theirs. Let me check. So Darius is 11 years older than me, and I'm 8 years old. So I'm closer to Barton's age, but it's still kind of in the middle because I'm 8 years older than Barton. Darius is but yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, what you mean? Oh, I'm still not used to people being born in the 70s being considered like old. I'm just, being a little kid and growing up in the 90s, people that were born in the late 70s were in high school then, in the early mid 90s. You see what I'm saying? So it's weird to hear them be called old. But now here's the thing. She ends up shooting Darius McQuarrie's character, right? And I'm like, as soon as she shot him, then Michael, he pretty much let her know, yeah, I killed his fat ass son, da 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 da. So he's trying to lure her back to her car. And some kind of way, she fits him into a bear trap. And if you ever seen a bear trap, that shit pretty much cuts your foot off damn near. Now, this is the part that kind of got on my nerves. She was like, you gotta catch me, ha ha ha. And she was like doing this crazy, stupid laughing. And then it looked like she was running slow as hell. And it's like, if someone's foot is caught in a bear trap, that gives you ample time to get a head start. And it looked like she was skipping in the forest away from this dude and laughing. That part, because she already has like this bohemian, like fairy from Fern Gully type of thing going on. So it was kind of annoying me with this skipping through the forest from this serial killer guy. So we find out, because I was like, she's making some dumb ass decisions. Well, she actually knew who he was the whole time. She knew that he frequented that bar, so she went to the bar. She actually saw him commit some murders, which I'm like, if you actually witnessed this man murder people, why'd you get on your phone and call the damn cops right there? But she wanted to take it upon herself to actually hunt him down. And then when she was going over like why she killed the dude's dad, Darius McQuarrie, she was like, oh, he just had to go. And it's like, I kind of feel like, and I'm a writer myself, so I kind of, I like to show writers grace, but I feel like her killing Darius McQuarrie's character, I feel like that was just a way to kind of cover a plot hole and not have to do, because if she would have kept him alive, I think it would have had to be more going on in the story. So it's like, okay, we're just going to kill him off. And she's going to just say, hey, he just had to go. Well, why did he have to go? This is the father of a victim. Why kill him? Was he going to get in the way of, maybe she wanted to be the one to kill the serial killer and she didn't want him to do it? I don't know. But anyway, she ends up luring him into this barn, and they go at it. She has a machete. I think it's a machete. She gives him a gun, and she was like, let's duke it out. So it's dark. So she's sneaking up and slicing his arm or slicing his leg, and he's, what's going on? Then he'll shoot once or twice. I'm like, girl. So she eventually gets him tied up and starts mutilating his body like he has mutilated all his other victims, right? Something I did like that they touched on when she found out he was a serial, well, not when she found out, but when she let him know that she knew he was the serial killer. You know, she's done her detective work. She listens to podcasts, true crime stuff. And she was like, you know, you always kill your victims in a car or lure them from the car. She was like, did someone, you know, leave you in a car or a closed space? And he started to get agitated. So that was like a little, I guess, a little backstory on maybe he was abused as a child. Uh, and he's just totally screwed up over it. And he's just taking people out. Because all his victims were, you know, different races, different genders. It wasn't like he had the only thing they had in common was they were traveling by themselves. So I do like the fact that they touched on, okay, maybe he was abused, and and that's definitely not an excuse. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, if you look at the history of any of these serial killers, these notorious ones, and you look at their personal life history, it's always some kind of crazy abuse, neglect going on. Not everyone can there's people that are resilient and that can go beyond that and live productive, normal lives. And then there's some people that just go bat out of hell crazy and turn into this dude that we're talking about in this movie. So after she gets him taken care of, cut up, sliced and diced, you know, the last scene is, you know, her at I think that same diner. And she was like, the waitress talks to her, asks her if she needs anything. And she's like, I have everything I want. And it goes off. Um, Also, she was doing it was a vendetta thing as well because one of his victims was her friend. I feel like, you know, if you want to watch it's an entertaining movie. Like I said, some parts kind of got on my nerves, like her skipping through the woods and laughing. It was like, girl, that's just my personal thing. But let's talk about. Let me know what you think of Wayward. I actually found out it's a few years old. It's not like brand spanking new. Came out in 2022. So y'all let me know. All right. Shout out to my subbies. Shout out to the rest of you who are not subscribed, but you know you can by hitting that button for me. I very much appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of this year, so let's see if we can do it. Peace and blessings to every last one of you watching. Until next time.